Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be going over some more Kanto Cup practice. When this video drops, it'll be out later today, so definitely try out this team if you want. We put out another video, but since then I've tried to iterate on that team, and this is one of the teams that I've been trying out. It's basically like our Scrafty team, except that we're subbing in Snorlax for Munchlax, so it's a little bit less bulky, well, a lot less bulky, and then we're trying to throw in Primeape for that Scrafty. It's a ton less bulky, but it's a little stronger, but it does have those dark moves, and that's kind of what we're looking for there. Ours is actually a legacy Primeape. So with that, definitely hit that subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into the games. Alright, we tried to do 3 best of 3s, but this guy had to actually leave early, so we only did 2 games here. Alright, Lapras. I don't know these matchups great. Oh, we're getting some lag there. What I like to usually do is go up to 2 Thunder Punches. You know we're going to shield that first Skull Bash anyways. Oh, no. You got to throw before the first Skull Bash. Definitely going to throw that Skull Bash. We're going to shield there, because you want to get as much damage as you can. They're usually going to shield it, but I don't know if they actually win this matchup or not. So we throw before the next Surf, but you do survive a Surf, so probably could just take that if they survived that anyways. Probably going to try to throw this Shadow Ball, and they actually win the CMP tie. I'm not going to shield this because we do have Snorlax in the back. Going to come in with that Snorlax. Obviously, this is an insanely good matchup. They do switch to Poliwrath, and they do have Bubble, so usually when you have Bubble, you're going to run Power Up Punch and not Dynamic Punch. So I'm not too scared, so I don't shield here, and it actually is that Power Up Punch. I've actually been thinking, Poliwrath is one of the Pokemon I was thinking about subbing into this fighter slot for the Scrafty swap in, or for the substitute rather. We did end up going with Primeape here, but I actually might try Bubble Poliwrath, because I do love that Power Up Punch. The only thing is, there are a lot of things that do beat Poliwrath in this cup, and Bubble's not the strongest move, plus you don't have that super effective against the ice types, and you will be getting resisted most likely from them, because considering the ice types of Lapras and Dugong both have a subtype of watering, and they're going to be resisting as well. So that's one of the reasons we're not running it right now, but I probably will run it at some point during Kanto Cup. It is going to be a long week, since most people will be 10 already, and our queue times are actually really bad right now, and I'm pretty sure it's because there's a hidden MMR. So even though everyone's ranked 10, you're still only going to be playing people that are within your MMR range, so that kind of sucks. Alright, Hypno into a good lead, and then obviously this is double super effective. I do shield this first one, but I kind of... You'll see here in a second. I actually shield the second one, which I definitely shouldn't have. I forgot the moveset that Alolan Sandslash has. Won't forget it anymore. Definitely Ice Punch. I was thinking Avalanche for a second. Now, the good thing is we do have 2 moves. They're not going to shield this first one, but Cross Chop does do a significant amount of damage because Primeape is squishy, and he's pretty much going to shield these next moves, so I might as well go for the boost. And I think I can get to one more. Yes. He probably... Well, I don't know. He might shield because he has a Night Slash that he might throw into the Hypno here. I mean, we're definitely coming in with Hypno. He knows our team at this point. We're not changing up. That's another thing. Our opponents are changing their teams, and we're not changing our teams, so they have the chance to just... Why did I go for the Shadow Ball there? It's super effective ice, electric damage. Yikes. These are the things I gotta work on, but it's fine. It doesn't really matter. This Dugong's never KOing us here, and we're definitely going to make it to the superpower, which is super effective. Now, with the reduction of damage there, this probably won't KO, but the licks definitely will. But this is why we practice, y'all. Like, obviously I'm playing these matchups not to the, 100% efficiency, but we're still winning. Although the wins don't really matter too much in practice, you're just trying to figure out what the limits are to your Pokemon. That is the whole point of the practice. All right, we get the win in the lead there. Obviously, Shadow Machamp is going to be taking a ton of damage from Confusion, and then they come in with the Snorlax. I decide not to shield at all because they're probably coming back in with the Shadow Machamp here. All right. So I don't want them to farm too much. They actually do have the Hypno, and that's fine. We have Snorlax is a really good matchup. The only thing you have to be worried about is Focus Blast. Remember, it takes 6 confusions to get to Focus Blast. I think we know that more than most, considering we run Focus Blast Hypno a ton. But you notice we did TM Focus Blast off for this, and that's because while the ice types, yeah, there are ice types, there really aren't many steel types. So we're not too worried about that, and the ice types can be handled usually with Thunder Punch. And Thunder Punch is going to be neutral against all the ice types as well, even if they have a secondary, even if they don't have that secondary typing of water, which is obviously going to be taking super effective from Thunder Punch. So I don't know why I'm not throwing this Thunder Punch. I was like, I can Confusion down. Weird. I don't know. And then I throw the double Thunder Punch. All right, we're going to go into game 2 here. And I actually played against this person. They're not actually on my friends list, or they weren't before this, but on Go Stadium, they have a Friends in Battles section where you can ask people for battles in specific cups, and then they'll friend you, and you send a gift, and then you can battle each other. So Mew lead, we obviously know this is going to be really hard for us to win here, but there are outs. We have Night Slash on Primeape, and we have Shadow Ball on Hypno. So those are what we're going to be going for. You can take one move here on the Snorlax. Probably can't take a second move. We're going to try to farm up as much as we can and then throw the move just in case they shield. They do not shield. And then I decide, you know what? I think we can shield here and farm up an absolute ton because Lick is resisted, but I do think we can get there before they get to another Dark Pulse, and we do get there. So we do have a shield disadvantage. We have a huge energy advantage here on the Snorlax, and they come in with Gyarados. So we weren't ready for this one, and I'm already thinking, what do I need to do in the back? Because he's obviously going to farm us down here. We do have 2 Body Slams, which is going to do about, I'm guessing it's going to do about 50% HP. Yeah, pretty much, 45. But the Lick damage came in through, and then I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to face Mew with Primeape, so let me go and bring it in here. Oh, but this is a mistake, now that I think about it. Even though this is obviously has 2 Aqua Tails at this point, I could have come in with Hypno and maybe farm down. And even if I don't, if the Mew has the moveset that I'm thinking, which is Surf, which is why I don't shield this one, Surf and Wild Charge, ends up having Flame Charge. I completely forgot about Flame Charge, so it's probably Flame Charge, Wild Charge. But obviously Mew's a beast. Mew's going to be a beast in this cup. You can tailor it to have any moveset you want to complement the team that you have in the back. So yeah, if you don't have Mew, which a lot of people don't, but if you do, if you do have Mew, it's going to be really good in this cup, obviously, and you should probably... it's going to be a big investment, obviously, with Stardust and Rare Candy, because there's no other way to power it up without Rare Candy, I guess, if you walk it. And it's going to be a large investment for TMs as well. Alright, comes in with a Lowland Sandshrew, probably switching straight into that Snorlax, so the same thing we do if we face a Steel with the Munchlax. And he brings in a Ghost type here, so we're thinking, okay, I guess they have something weak to Snorlax as well in the back, plus they know the team, maybe they're saving up something strong against Primeape there. So the thing about this matchup versus where when Munchlax gets into the matchup is that Snorlax is not as beefy, so these Fire Spins are actually doing a ton of damage, and the Bone Clubs do a ton of damage too. So we actually do have to throw moves, even though these Body Slams are double resisted, we have to throw them so that we can get out of that matchup. You do come out with energy, so it's not like it's worth nothing there. So yeah, it's still a good obviously a really good matchup. I decided not to shield there, even though we were close to a move, because I want to have that shield for Primeape later, so that I can for sure win that Alolan Sandshrew matchup. You really need the shields for Primeape. It's very squishy. And then I come into this matchup. I obviously need a shield here. I'm going to go for the farm down because if this Clefable gets onto Primeape, it's just all over. It's going to absolutely shred Primeape to pieces. I bet it would 4-shot, to be honest. I don't know the exact counts. Obviously don't use Primeape too much, but I would assume that. So I'm thinking about trying to go for the Shadow Ball there. I end up not getting there, and then my indecision cost me a move there. But it should be fine. We have a super effective Pokemon here, and we do get to this Cross Chop. Probably going to KO because it's double super effective. Even though Cross Chop's not the greatest move, being double super effective obviously matters. It's going to do about half HP to the Alolan Sandshrew there. Alright, this is my last best of 3. This is one of our locals. As our first opponent was also one of our locals. So Wigglytuff, I'm going to stay in this matchup. I'm going to go for the double Thunderbolt, which means I'm going to have to shield. But if one goes through, I believe we win the matchup. But then I throw the one here, and I think it's actually still really close. And I end up throwing the second one after I throw another Confusion. I actually could have gotten both of those off before, but I do get an extra Confusion in there, so a little bit of extra energy, but obviously this Hypno's now super low. Hopefully they don't have a fighting type in the back. It might be really hard for me to beat it. They come in with the Lapras, we throw this super effective move, and then I'm probably going to switch out into the Snorlax so they don't farm us down. This was 6, so it seems like it could be an Ice Beam. Okay, yeah, Ice Beam. I'm wondering if they're running Surf or not at this point. So I do throw the bait here because I'm very close to actually hitting another superpower if they're going for an Ice Beam. And this superpower is obviously going to be doing super effective. But now both of our other Pokemon are super low. I have to just not shield this. And we're coming with Primeape. We're going to try to get a little bit of energy going to that last matchup. And we're hoping that this 1 shield to 0 is enough to beat this last Pokemon because their Hypno is obviously really low. And it is, while this Dragonair is doing a ton of damage to us, we do only have to get 2 Cross Chops off. And the shield on this Aqua Tail obviously going to come in handy as well. Yeah, that's the thing about this Primeape. It's not as good as Scrafty, obviously. 1, because of the typing, and 2, it's just so freaking squishy. But I do have faith in it. I do want to try out something like Hitmonchan. I'm pretty sure we have one from one of the Sylph Cups in Season 1. Alright, the mirror match. So I'm going to farm and try to get an extra Confusion in here. Just going to let him throw first. We do not get that extra Confusion. I'm going to shield. I think most Hypnos are going to be running Shadow Ball and maybe Thunder Punch. So, get one energy right there. We're now going to be down on energy technically for the rest of this match. But we should tie to this next Shadow Ball. When after this, though, he will get to first. We hit that cap of 100 energy, and our opponent did not, so they get that extra energy on us. So we get the 1 shield. We're getting the 2nd shield. He's already gotten 2 shields from us. Now we're going to go for a swap in onto the Snorlax since we double resist Shadow Ball. And like I said, he was ahead of us. We get in there, and we actually do catch this move. Obviously, this is really good for us. We're going to get a little bit of energy advantage coming into this next matchup. It's Kingdra. I'm just going to go straight Body Slam. I believe if they go straight... I wonder if he has the time to get there, though. I don't know 100% there. That's another thing I want to try out, though. Kingdra and Slowbro. Wait, is Slowbro in Gen 1? Leave that down in the comments below. I believe it is. I'm pretty sure it is. Our Ultra League team, basically, is what I want to try out in this league. Okay, so he comes back in Hypno. I obviously have to come in Hypno. We do have a big energy advantage. I think that I can KO it with this Thunder Punch, so I get a little bit greedy here and go for that Shadow Ball. We do not KO it, but we actually end up in a perfect situation there. And he comes in with Haunter, and we have enough to get to the Shadow Ball. Barely enough. Look at that HP. A sliver. But we get there. Lucky for us, because I think if it KO'd us with Fast Attacks, it would one-shot the Primeape, because, yeah, Shadow Ball's an insane move, and Primeape is very squishy, as we've said before. Alright, coming in with Dugong here. We have a plan here. So the basic plan is to, well, first we want to get this Thunder Punch under the first Icy Wind, which you should be able to, because the first Icy Wind actually takes 5 Ice Shards for Dugong to get to. Now, the second Icy Wind for Dugong actually only takes 4, which is why our plan is to stay in for 2 Icy Winds here, so that when they get back on the cycle of the 5th Icy Wind, the 5 Ice Shard Icy Wind, we want Snorlax to come in and in order for us to get to the Body Slam before they get to that 3rd Icy Wind. So that's the whole plan there. And it pretty much works out 1, 2, 3, and we throw right here on the 4th. So technically, they still need one more Ice Shard, which is good for us because that Body Slam didn't KO at all. And they do bring in the Alolan Marowak, and it does have Hex, so I'm already trying to calculate whether or not this changes the matchup. Obviously, without Fire Spin doing that much damage, and we're double resisting these Hexes, we should be able to get through this matchup a lot easier than the Fire Spin matchup. So in the Fire Spin matchup, it seems like you have to throw 2 Body Slams. In the Hex matchup, I'm going to try to throw 1 and get through it. Does seem pretty close. I shouldn't need to shield. I'll probably end up throwing another one. So let me get up to 2 first. Oh, okay. We have 2 Body Slams now coming in. And we are coming into Lapras. So I'm probably going to throw one of these and then switch to Primeape, since Primeape is already super effective. And I don't want to throw that debuffed one into the Lapras, just in case we somehow lose our Primeape. I'm going to have that full damage superpower there in the back. But obviously we have a shield and a super effective matchup, so that's going to be GG's here. Alright, so what are my thoughts on this team? This team does seem pretty good. I do like Thunder Punch on Hypno a little more than the Fire Punch that we had before. We were testing out Fire Punch and Shadow Ball. Thunder Punch is obviously going to have some more play against the Ice Water types, which I think there's going to be a lot of Lapras and Dugong in this meta. So I'm going to try to run this Thunder Punch. We're back to Thunder Punch, boys. And definitely going to... I'm definitely going to try out this Primeape. I might try out Hitmonchan later because of Power Up Punch. I want to have a Pokemon that I can just Power Up Punch to victory the same way we do with Scrafty. The only thing is Hitmonchan's probably even squishier than Primeape. So I think this team's pretty good. The coverage is nice. Primeape's moveset is really nice if you have the Legacy Cross Chop. If you don't have Cross Chop, I believe it learns Close Combat, which obviously is a killer move that can do a ton of damage, but it weakens your defense even more. So definitely going to try out Primeape the first week. Alright, if you haven't, definitely like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.